Now, in QML, you can also connect items to other items, and we can use a type called connections for this. Now, what this does is this allows you to connect the parent of a connections item to the target's signals, handlers, as you could see here. So what we can do is we have our simple button, and our simple button has something happening in its on-clicked handler of its own. It's calling some function. We can also use a connections object targeting my button to make it log to the console that that button was clicked, in addition to whatever's happening in the button's clicked event. This is useful when you want to do something like what's shown here, but it's also useful if you have several items that you want to be able to act differently upon the clicked thing. Maybe when it's clicked, you have a label that needs to do something more than just change a property. Maybe you have to call a small function for a label on that event. You could use a connections for that. Now, so far, I've only told you how to create an item by making a file and putting it next to your main.qml file. But this isn't the only way that we can do this. Another way that we can do this is by creating what's called a collection of items. This method is especially useful because it allows us to organize our source code much easier than placing each one of our custom items in the same folder as our main.qml. So what we're going to do for this is we're going to make a folder. In our case, we're going to call our folder items. This folder is going to be made in the path where our main.qml is, and then we're going to copy our button into that folder. We're also in that folder, we've created another item called new button. So when we want to use those within our main, what we're going to do is we're going to import the name of the folder in quotes, as you can see at the top here. And this will give us access to all of the QML files that are inside of that folder. So, for example, we have the simple button. Its path is item simple button.qml. We also have a new button in this folder as well, which we can create just by having this one import. Now, we also can clarify our code by using namespaces. This helps for a couple reasons. One, it helps to clarify things. And two, it helps prevent any kind of collisions we have. Maybe we make our own rectangle in this items. That obviously is going to conflict with the rectangle provided by QML itself. So we would do myitems.rectangle to make that rectangle. In our case, we're using the simple button. So when we want to create that, we just use the namespace dot the item name, and then we can create that button. And it's basically used like a namespace you would in any of the other languages you're used to.
Thanks for watching. If you want to learn more, please subscribe to our channel and check out the free QML programming course on our website. The link is in the description.